Morning, everybody. Today in this video we are going to be doing meditation, and I am going to be focusing the next 4 weeks of meditation on the 4 main anchoring techniques that I use. The reason I started offering the meditation was because we were in the middle of a pandemic, and it's crazy to think we are into our 8th month now. We're into our 8th month. We've been sitting together for 8 months, and I wanted to offer meditation because I work with a lot of people creating custom malas, which are originally a meditation piece, and so the topic of meditation does come up a lot. And a lot of the time people have expressed that they don't really know what to do. They try various videos and guided recordings, and I just wanted to be able to offer the experience that has been gifted to me. I've sat with various Buddhist practitioners and various monks for over 150 hours of meditation time, so I've definitely absorbed some of their teachings. And sometimes when we sit down to meditate, we know it's a good idea. We've heard it from lots of different people, but then we sit down and it's like, you're left with yourself. So what the hell do we do? And so anyways, this particular video and the next 3 over the next 3 weeks, I'll just be going through the 4 main anchoring tools with you that I've been using throughout my meditation practice. And you will find that they interweave with each other, which is also kind of a nice aspect, because especially if your mind is wandering, sometimes I find it's difficult just to only have one thing for it to grasp to. And if that one thing is that you only know how to focus your attention on the body, then when the mind doesn't want to do that anymore and there's nowhere else to put it, it can be a little disheartening, and we can feel a little bit frustrated. So the 4 anchoring that we'll go through over the next few weeks, today we're going to do the body. Next week we'll do the breath. Following that we'll do sound, and then we'll do mantra. The body is the first place that I ever experienced presence, full presence with the moment, and then it further expanded into awareness of that presence. And I think a lot of people have experienced presence, being present through the body, whether it's sports or maybe they're using their body to create art. Any type of movement really that can bring you into the present moment is essentially building awareness. And sometimes we find ourselves there in the present moment without even being aware that that's what's happening. So the idea of meditation, we've all heard various reasons about why it's good for us, but the main focus is to build awareness and to hold our attention in the awareness of the present moment. Yes, there can be wonderful offerings that you may receive, but you also may not. So understanding what your motivation is to meditate can be very helpful. Whenever I sit down to meditate, it's usually because I need stillness and quiet. And knowing that we can create stillness and quiet for ourselves. There's no sound. This is the second time this has happened. What's happening? Okay, hang on. I'm going to try something else on this. Sorry guys, stand by. All right, let's see. Let's go live. Let's go live. Let's see if there is. I wonder now if there is connection, if there is. I'm not sure who's on the Facebook one, but if one of you wouldn't mind checking for me. I don't know if the Instagram live is giving sound or not. No feedback. Okay. Stand by. There's a crazy Spanish ad that's on my main feed that keeps popping up. Sorry about that. Oh, and now I've taken a picture, and now here I go. Okay. All right. Hopefully that will work. Okay, so as I was saying, there's no sound on IG. Facebook is good. IG has sound when I went back. Okay, so maybe there's sound now. Is there sound now? Good. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so anyways, as I was saying, in this meditation sitting together, we're going to be focusing on anchoring through the body. And over the next 3 weeks, we'll be continuing to focus specifically on anchoring tools. And the reason is that having a tool to anchor ourselves and knowing where to go and what to do can give us a little bit of structure when we sit down and we want to meditate, because we all know that it's good for us. We've heard that it's helpful. But then sometimes we sit down, and unless we have guidance or we have a tool that we've been building that we can fall back on, we can feel a little bit lost. And there's 4 different ways of anchoring that I find I gravitate towards the most, and those are the ones I'm going to share with you. They all interweave with each other, which is kind of nice, because as you're seated, you may notice that at different times throughout your practice, you will gravitate towards different aspects. You might be really connected to your body. That might be the number one way that you can feel present, and the number one way that you like to focus your awareness. But then, you might find yourself in a space one time where it's really loud, and all of a sudden sound is dominating your experience, and you're finding sound to almost be a distraction. And it's helpful if you know how to use that sound as a way to anchor yourself. Or your mind might be really busy, in the sense that the idea is not to stop the thoughts. I just want to be clear about that. That when we sit down, there's this, I think, big misperception that you want to clear your mind and you don't want to think about anything and you want to have 0 attachments. And I mean, it depends on how much of your life you want to focus on moving towards absolute enlightenment. That might be a path for some people, but for a lot of us, I think meditation is just a way that we can come into awareness of our internal world, what's happening on the inside. What are the thoughts that are going through our mind? How quickly is our mind moving? Is there any emotion that's coming up that needs to be processed? I think these are more the reasons why the average person will meditate, not so much because we're hoping to transcend our soul, which, I mean, if you are, great. Depends on what you believe. I think for most of us it naturally transcends, so you're safe. Anyways, so we'll be talking about 4 different types of ways that you can anchor, and today we're going to start with the body. So if you have not sat with me before, make sure you grab things that are comfortable. It doesn't have to be a cushion specific to meditation, just something that you can rest your rump on. If you have really bad joints, painful joints, sitting in meditation is not supposed to be torturous to an overextended degree. It might be torturous at certain times, but you can also just sit in a chair and have a lumbar pillow at your back if that's what you need, your feet flat on the floor, hands somewhere in your lap. That's totally fine. And if you are choosing to lay down, I would suggest that you make that choice on just specific days when you really think that you need it. ultimately, to have your spine erect is better. It's preferred. And one of the reasons that is because the internal energy system that runs through us runs along the front side of the spine. And so having it in a more erect position brings a certain amount of energy, alertness, and fluidity to the way that it can flow. So grab your pillows. If you need to have them underneath your knees to support your knees, go for it. Make a little, I have a little pillow fortress around me. Yeah, get cozy. Make sure that you're warm, because as you sit, your body temperature will drop a little bit. So as you can see, I kind of look like a pillow puffin. It's because, you know, it's getting cold and there's draft now. There's draft. So I like to be cozy. So grab what you need. I'll give you a moment and then we'll get started. Also, you know what it is with the Instagram, I'm pretty sure. It's because I started learning about filters and they're really fun. But I don't think they work so well with sound, so, you know, when you go live, it keeps you honest. Okay. We will finish with a card pull today as well, and I will just guide you to a place that hopefully helps you set an intention or get a clear question to ask, and we'll see what comes through. All right, let's begin. So whatever your position is that is comfortable and sustainable for you, just arrive there now as best that you can. You'll find the longer you sit in meditation, which you may or may not choose in the future, you know that when you're preparing to go in for an hour or more, that you need to be sure you have support for your body in the way that you need. But this will just be about 20 minutes. So body supported, spine coming into an alert position. It's not erect in terms of there's no flexion or extension through the spine. It's just subtly hovering in a centered position. Just bringing awareness to your chin and neck area, noticing if the neck is protruding outward, common habit for a lot of us, induced by our screen time. So just allow that chin to float back, the back of the neck to release, and see if you can find length in the spine. And you may notice already different pinches or twinges coming from your body. And these are helpful things when you're anchoring through the physical aspect of your body that you'll be able to tune into. And the way I'm going to introduce it is to move through the energy systems, because they are located internally and externally. And just start to take a few breaths. Taking a moment to have gratitude for yourself, just for taking time. Time to be quiet and time to be still. And when you're ready, start to bring your awareness to the crown of your head. So this is the area at the very top of your head. And the awareness may start broad, encompassing the full circumference from your forehead to the crown, from ear to ear. see if you can make the circumference a little smaller. Just a pinpoint right at the top center. Place all your attention there. You're not looking for anything magical to happen. It might seem like quite a small act. But as you ask your mind to focus your attention in a small area, you'll be able to observe when it wanders away. And just gently walk it back in. And the breathing can be any way you like, nothing forced. Just full attention at the crown of your head. And when you're ready, you can begin to walk your attention down to the third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Allow it to be your focal point. You may notice it starts more broadly, and as you sit with it, you can reel it in. You may notice tingling sensations, different temperature fluxes in this area. Just noticing. For some of you, as we move through the body, the initial awareness is presented on the front side. You may notice as you hold focus there that the awareness penetrates through the body in that specific area all the way through to the back side. shifting your attention down to the throat. The throat area where you can notice the physical vibration as you breathe and breath moves through. Holding the awareness on the front side of the throat. Noticing over time where it expands and penetrates. And when you're ready, slowly shifting the awareness down into the upper chest cavity. You may notice a deeper breath gets taken. And feeling the expansion through the upper chest. Again, awareness focused on the front side of the body. And as you hold awareness, you may see it expand and penetrate throughout to the back side of the upper chest. And the front side of the spine. And when you're ready, slowly shifting your awareness a little bit lower into the area where the ribs begin to separate and space opens into the stomach. Again, you may notice the pressure of your breath as it expands and contracts internally. Allowing the awareness to penetrate through to the back side of the body, if it naturally occurs. Some days it may. Slowly shifting your awareness down to the area just below the belly button. Noticing how sensation may be different here. And point of focus, small to begin. And just allowing it to expand naturally, if you wish. When you're ready, slowly shifting the attention down to the root. This might be the area that you're seated upon. This is a low area in the body beneath the coccyx. You may become aware of your skin and bones resting upon the earth below you. And just allow the attention point to be small in the beginning. Thinking about the very tip of the tailbone. If awareness chooses to expand in this area, allow it to expand down, like an extension of yourself into the earth. And as you abide here in the low area of your body, noticing the connection of your physical self to the physical world around you. May you begin to feel safe and steady. And as you continue to abide, having pulled your awareness all the way through, just allow it to hover around the entirety of your physical space. Attention may be pulled towards sensations in the body. And they may vary between pleasant, neutral, and unpleasant. And if the mind wanders, bring it back to sensation within. Whether sensation is dull or sharp. Staying present with it all the way through. Noticing its subtleties. Noticing how it changes. Maybe even noticing the response from the mind. And continue as you are, abiding in awareness, allowing the body to present. And I'll read to you today's card pool as you abide. Well, we reached the root chakra area. I asked for ways that we can feel safe, what can bring us comfort and security. And the card today was birthing a new age. birthing new creations, and dreaming a new world into being. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now, we're in a transition period between ages. In the process of allowing the old cycles to fall away and the new to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities and ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are a part of a group of souls who has been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time. Dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene, sisters, daughters of Isis, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from times past. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. You may like to recite these words after me. I am open to surrendering to the creations that are wanting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me. Please lead me. Please show me the way. And it's an interesting card to pull in thinking about the aspects of what makes us feel secure and safe. And my interpretation of this is that the safety and security has to come from within, the trust from within, faith in ourselves that even if it feels wildly uncertain, that when there are aspects of our heart and soul that are pulling us to move in a particular direction, even if we're unclear as to why, to build trust in the ways that we can, that we are supported, and that we are in fact always on the path. So thank you guys. I'll just say a little bit more about using the body for those of you who may like further reference, that we moved through the chakra system starting at the top and moving towards the bottom. And when you're practicing on your own, of course, you can do it in this way. You can also start at the root and move upward. You may notice that different days you gravitate towards a different direction, and that's perfectly fine. At the end, when we just allowed the awareness to expand throughout the body and we used sensation that arose as the anchor, that's how you can move from the full structure of the chakras into a more fluid structure of awareness, where to bring the attention. And if the mind wanders off point, there's no need to be frustrated. That's exactly the awareness that you're starting to build. It's just the movement of the mind and bringing it back in, bringing it back in, bringing it back in. And the reason for that is just to promote focus and clarity and awareness. And it takes time. So enjoy the practice. Don't let it be something that frustrates you, because no one's perfect at it. And if you're making time to try, then you are creating change. So trust that as best you can. I'll see you next week. Same time. Much love.